Okay, this is the Eastern Point Historic District Commission meeting of November 7th, 2024. Eric J. speaking, and I would like to call the meeting to order. Bernadette, would you please take the roll call? Or do what you do.
Let's see. Eric J.
Here.
Marcia Gibstein. Eric Mikowski.
Here.
And Harlan.
Yeah.
I'll read the notice of the hearing. The City of Groton Eastern Point Historic District Commission will hold a public hearing on 11/7/24 at 4:30 p.m. Groton Municipal Building, 295 Meridian Street, to hear and act on the following matter. Application number 241101, City of Groton. Care of the Parks and Recreation Department, 1 Beach Pond Road. Exterior trim railings and flooring replacements. The PIN number is 168-707-588-308E. Written communications regarding the above to be received by November 6, 2024, by 12 noon. And the 2 email addresses are given. A copy of the application is on file for public inspection on the City of Groton website, www.cityofgroton.com, under public notices in the EPHDC folder. This was dated at Groton, Connecticut, the 31st day of October.
Okay, so before we call the first one, is there any other thing that you want to? Oh, the minutes, okay.
Here. Happens on Marissa. You can say that. Okay.
Pardon, what's your last name?
Shaken, S-H-A-K-U-N.
Get a copy of the minutes. I read them. but I don't have a copy right there.
S-H-A-K-U-N.
Yeah, you do.
K-U-N.
K-U-N.
Yeah.
First one, following H-A-R-L-A-N.
Say Wednesday only.
Right here?
That's it.
Oh, these are the notes.
Those are the notes.
All right,
for the
I went
last-
through it
It's
today.
like the move this song. I'm sure they're making money.
Somebody want, if everybody has gone through the notes, I've gone through them at home, I think if anybody wants to make a motion to approve them.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the August 1st meeting.
And I'll second it.
Anybody have any questions or any? issues?
Those in favor?
Those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Okay, so we have, we don't need to have Harlan as a voting member today, right? How many do we need?
4.
No, sure.
Yeah, we need
4?
4.
All right, so we got 4 here.
Oh, shucks.
This close, Harlan.
Maybe
All
next.
right, I'll.
Is it 4? Is it, how many people on your? How many people?
How many people?
We have 5 and 3, 5 full.
Have a full.
Right, so we have to have a full, right, we need, we don't want to have a 3, we wouldn't have a,
3, you'd have a quorum. If there was only 3 of you here, you could still hold the meeting.
Yeah.
And do your business, but now that you don't have your other 2 members here, you
all
can.
right, so if it's above 5, then you need to bring one of the, if you have 5,
If you have less than 5.
less than 5, then you
Yeah.
bring one of the alternates in.
Right, because there's 3.
So there you go.
So that you are a voting member.
No.
Yes?
Yes,
Yeah.
There's
yes.
only 4 of them here, so you know you make 5.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So I'll pay attention.
Who's up
Okay.
there? Serving as voting member.
Put your iPad away. But
No, I have-
the game.
It's actually the
No, I know.
128 pages.
Okay. So, you know, that we have any written
I don't think we have any unless you got some, Scott.
No, it would have been in your packet.
Okay.
Danny would have given you.
All right, moving on to the.
Okay, right, so we can introduce the town, who's gonna be speaking here?
Mary.
Okay, Mary, could you please state your name and?
I got it, been here before. Mary Hill, Director of Parks and Recreation, City of Groton. 295 Meridian Street.
Right, so you're gonna report on whatever is defined here in the proposal. Let me just make a quick note that we're interested in what's on the outside. I know some work on the inside in here, but if there is, we don't really care about it. We care about the optics of the outside. So whatever's in your presentation, aim it at that one, it'll be run very quickly.
So all of it is outside work.
Okay.
So this is the second time I've come to you for this project. I did this again, back in 13 or 14, I came for to do the Zaversky house. As you all see, the Zaversky house is peeling, all the wood is rotted. So we've taken out a proposal, we've gotten some bids in. We're working with a company to do all of the outside trim work. We're going to do it, the scope of work was to do it in composite material as opposed to wood. But it's gonna be like for like, we've done a walkthrough with the companies that all the companies that came in, that we got bids from, came and did a walkthrough with us, so they saw what we needed repaired. They saw what the extent of the detail was with the composite material, and I had 6 companies, I got bids from 3. The other 3 said that the detail of some of the woodwork to composite, they couldn't do, but other companies have put that proposal in, so I'm trying to be proactive. We haven't awarded the bid yet, but I know this is outside work on the Z house that sits in the historic district, and I want to make sure I do it the right way and get ahead of the game, so that way when they're ready to go, so they're going to do all the woodworking, the railings, the pillars, or the columns, whatever you guys want to call them, the backside railings of the back door, all the flooring of the back deck. And the ramp, when you come up the ramp, the decking there is all rotted, and all those piling, pillars and all that woodwork's we want to work into and get it to be composite. So that way, when I leave here, it's still here. And then the goal is that there is to just not sand, but scrape down and feather the chip stuff that's already there. Was one part of the proposal. There was an add-on to power wash the whole thing down to the stucco and then paint it so nothing peels off in the future. So that's our scope of work, so that we can get this, getting the Zaversky house looking better than it currently does.
The painting, I think that the spray, all that stuff, we're not.
Yeah.
Right, it's part of the woodwork, and I
It's
know
not
it's part
even
of the woodwork,
domain.
and I came a number of years ago before this committee, because I did the columns on the Tyler house. Because I had to do the caps and the bases had to be the composite, so that's the direction we'd like to go with the Zaversky house, so that way it stays, it stays, and we're not doing this every, right, it's not even been 10 years since the last time we did woodwork and painting on that building, so. So I come to you with that project.
Is that it?
Yes.
Any questions? Any internal discussion here, or?
I just
Anybody
have
make
a
a
question.
motion, or?
I have a question about the floor. Is that floor that's on is that called the front porch?
The front porch, we're keeping that as is,
Are you?
yes.
Okay.
It's I think it's aesthetically nice to
You're
that.
keeping the floor, but you're replacing all the railings and.
Yes.
Yeah. What about that, the railing that you're going up the steps? Is that gonna stay the same?
Our goal is to keep that was approved in
That's a good one, yeah.
yeah, to leave that, we have that type of railing on the back porch too, out of the backside of the house towards the dumpsters, so that way they're.
Now, do you have to put that like middle, is there a middle railing there now, how,
In the-
on the,
In the
Other
front,
house,
on
yeah.
the front doors, the front steps, we have it down the middle.
okay, that's what I
The
was.
back door is
not
on the
seeing
side, and that was approved by the fire marshal when we put that in.
I took some pictures the other day.
Yeah, because I remember the other one, they had to add it.
Oh, yeah, the Tyler
Tyler
house.
house, because
Yeah, that's
that's special.
the railing going up the middle.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
You can see there, you can see.
yeah, yeah, that's all, it was like, is that the way it was?
Well, I'll give it, my comment here is that would be that I'm glad you're going to the composite material, number one, and that's always something, but we don't, like we said, we don't do colors and things like that are not in our domain.
Right.
The composite of the material would be, but I don't, we're generally pretty good about, you know, if you wanna go from, you know, from pine, you know, to composite, I think we've been pretty good about that, right?
Right.
Yeah, we just look at it as a step in the right direction. So I don't have any further comments on it unless anybody does. We can make a motion here.
I'll make a motion to approve the application as presented.
Second,
One second. 1 second, I have to have him right.
This guy doesn't know where the computer is.
It's not here. Oh, Val could help you with that. Oh,
did we follow all the steps here?
we did.
Kind of speed it up a little bit,
The
right?
only thing we didn't say we're closed.
We didn't have Mary go sit back over there.
Yeah.
Get it off. She's a friendly.
Yeah, we didn't close the hearing and then,
Yeah, okay, I make a motion to close the hearing.
okay, and then I'll make the motion to approve.
No,
The application as presented, and you second it, and
Yeah.
now. We
I'll
vote.
let
Harlan
Harlan.
second.
Harlan.
Okay, oh, all
I'm
right.
not supposed
But he
to.
didn't.
I learned that when I went to the schools for most times.
Robert's rule.
Yes, Robert's rules.
Okay.
We were a kid, teacher, I went to it.
But 15th of May, we're doing it.
Yep.
All right.
All right, Mary, behave yourself.
Thank you.
All right.
I think another chair.
Yeah, we voted with everybody. Did we vote? We have voted once, right?
Now we have to vote on
We
this.
voted for the other, okay, so, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we didn't do it at all.
Thank you.
I didn't share, but because this gentleman, I forget your name, he asked,
Harlan Shack.
our goal is to have this project done by the 15th of May. So it's ready for next speech season.
Okay, yeah, I see that right here.
I think it's only.
Thank you.
Okay, good night.
And then the next thing said, 2025 meeting dates. Yeah, those stuff.
Yeah, I mean, was there any reason or talk that you guys were doing anything different, or is there holidays or something with the calendar? I don't know, but why that would be there. Let's see.
I think.
You mean
like,
on the second,
It's an agenda item, under
Second
new
Thursday?
business.
Oh, yeah.
um,
We have B, number B.
No, we're the first Thursday.
First Thursday we are.
Thursday?
So,
I think that's a rule that missions and all of them have to present the calendar.
but what would you say with what we had, right? I mean,
You guys like the
Thursday,
in the date and the
I don't
time?
have any reason to change it, right? I don't know if anybody else.
Right.
No, we changed it from 7:30 to 7:30,
Yeah.
we're getting earlier and earlier, I mean, 9 AM.
The other thing, the question I have for you is that, it says on here, if you don't have a normal meeting or something, you can use the Zaberski house. But can we use them for all the meetings? I'm just not saying we moved there, I'm just wondering if, we're all from the same neighborhood, we all live pretty close to it, you know?
Yeah, but he's got.
He's done
Zoom
this
and-
thing, that he has to record.
Maybe there's, oh, that's not, that's a town.
I don't know if
That's not an administrative
We're in
office,
the
right?
city area. not
What's
the
that?
town. We're in the city.
No, I get that, but that is in the city too, right? The Zaberski house is in the city.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
so you're looking to.
No, I'm just saying, is it possible that, once we all, if everybody decided we want to, can we use that instead of this place, because it's much closer to where.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it, I just would have to find out if this needs to be on Zoom, so anybody that. couldn't
Yeah,
make
right,
it-
right,
I
right.
don't know if this all happened because of COVID,
Yeah,
so we can look
Well,
into
that's probably a
that.
good idea.
And see if it's
Turns out we don't
required.
even need
And if
it.
it's not, that'd be.
But how about
bonus.
you guys? Anybody else object to
I
that?
think it'd be all right in the summer, but I don't know if I wanna go.
Well, the winter time, there's no heat there, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think they have heat.
Yeah, let's change that. Let's.
This isn't that bad a ride, guys.
Yeah, well, I think what we ought to do is carpool.
That's a thought.
Yeah,
See everybody driving
well, then the only thing is
this
you're gonna,
direction.
you just have to make a motion that, well, if you're done.
Yeah, I'll make a motion, it says in here, the chairman's supposed to make a motion to,
But can I ask one question?
Yeah.
Is there an update on the project we approved on the seawall? Anybody?
I don't have one.
Status of it?
We were talking about that.
Will it be done in November? Like
This November?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
No,
it's
no, no, from what I've been told, they ran into some issues with the fact that there's not bedrock where they thought bedrock was. There's no bedrock, so now they had to go back to the engineers. I think they might have gotten to the point where they've gotten what the fix is gonna be and how they're gonna anchor that. So it seems like this is gonna go on through the winter time and not be done till next spring. I'll just say that.
Okay.
I'd have to refer you to the Public Works Department, because they're the ones running that and dealing with that, but unfortunately. Yeah, and I think I was told maybe Monday that, I don't know if there's a total of 12 sections of pours of the walk, and I believe they're almost at a third of the way.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
got about 4 or
that's
5
pretty good.
sections in.
But the other sections are gonna now have to go in and drill pilings down.
Yeah.
To anchor, to have something to support.
I
Yeah, so when they're
thought it was, I thought it was
inside.
deeper than they thought, but there was just no bedrock at all.
Yeah, evidently when they did the testing, I think, they might have not tested in, all the areas.
Yeah.
I don't know what their criteria was,
They
but,
missed the spot. Right, a big
They
spot.
work all winter or?
I mean, I guess we'll see how the winter goes, because they gotta leave up that temporary
Right.
seawall.
That's true.
But they're constantly pumping water out, so, if we get a real nasty winter, it could get to a point where they might have to just stop and wait till the weather got more conducive, but I, like I said, I'm not involved.
Yeah, because that still water down there would freeze up pretty quick.
That's
Yeah,
when they
with
got
your
the
pumps and
generator.
stuff,
They got
with
that
trying to
generator.
suck it in, and
It's pumping.
if it got really cold, the pump lines could
You guys
freeze, and then you're not
have
pumping it, but,
Yeah,
so, yeah, unfortunately, it's gonna take a little bit longer.
we've been Eric and Cheryl are here to hear that wonderful news. It's just about in their house.
Yeah,
No,
We're
we're
not
close
hearing
to the
the
neighbor.
noise down there, I think.
Is that more north or more south?
It's on the east side, it's on Cheryl's side.
On the south side.
Seawall. If you notice, they started in about 1/3 of the way. I think it's because that part beyond that is, they couldn't get to the bedrock.
yeah,
And they poured the footings, I saw them, they poured the footings, so now when they come in, they're just putting the steel up. And then they pour, but the footing is there all the way to the point where they hit that other spot. I only know that because I have a drone.
oh, you,
And then I
you're the one
hit
with
a
the
tree.
drone, 'cause you're the one with the drone, because I've heard that someone said there's a drone flying around down there, so.
Yeah, that was, and I flew into a tree, supposed to have obstacle avoidance, right? And I didn't have that load turned on, and it came out of the tree, Susie said, yep, I found it up there, so I was poking it, goes, but I didn't have her catch it, right, because she didn't catch it, the smack on the road.
Oh, did it
So
break?
no more
Yeah,
drone
right.
now.
That's like, I think, $400, they broke the gimbal in there that you can which takes pictures and everything,
Yeah,
Buggers love using that thing, but.
One of your many toys.
We know what he wants for Christmas.
Okay, it's what time of week?
It said, adjourn at, 4:45.
so someone made a motion to.
Yeah, we
to
made a
adjourn,
motion,
and then
we
someone.
kind of made that beforehand. But I'm making a motion to adjourn.
Don't second it. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.